Hey YouTube, this is Gary Scrapper for Dart. Well, I've had an interesting week and interesting weekend. I ended up getting a furnace and a dehumidifier and a thermostat to scrap. Where did I get it? Well, this came from my basement. I had a furnace go out. It's been on its last legs for a while and I had to replace it. So Marcel out there, you're not alone. These are very expensive to replace. Unfortunately, a guy I work with does installations. So I saved a lot of money on labor, but I'm not going to get into numbers because it's depressing, but I just wanted to show you the scrap that you can get out of a furnace. So basically, this is all of the steel. This thing's monstrous. The new furnaces these days are about half the length of this. As you can see, this thing's almost as big as my truck bed. There's probably a few hundred pounds of steel and tin here. This is the liner that was inside that goes up to the roof. We went ahead and replaced all that because this was full of rust. And when we pulled this apart, the previous owners that lived here had like really gooped it up to hold all the fittings together. And there's actually, you could see where like yellow jackets were living in this thing, and it was pretty nasty. It had to be replaced. So anyway, there's that. This is kind of the boring stuff. And then there's a bin over here that's got a bunch of tin. There's some pipe here, some natural gas pipe. This stuff's heavy. I can sell that separately for a better price. There's more in here. Here's what's left of a dehumidifier. I wanted to show you what 30 years of buildup inside of one of these because you can't clean them. This is rust. It was just built up inside this thing, and that was probably part of the problem why it finally burned out. But I had some other motor problems and stuff, and this wasn't heating the house anymore. So anyway, then there's a bin here with some little bit of wiring in it. We'll move over here. Here's what was inside the furnace. This piece here is probably, it's at least 50-60 pounds. I was kind of stoked at first thinking that was all aluminum, but it's not. It's just tin. Here's what's inside of a dehumidifier. There's a motor and a fan and a filter there. Not too much. And then on to, this is the main blower inside the furnace. This thing's really heavy. It's like 40 pounds. That's a big motor. I'll be pulling all that apart. And then there's a lot of small stuff inside. This, I don't even know what all this stuff's called. Just a lot of the components that were taken off. This natural gas pipe had a big brass fitting. This is cast aluminum. I'll be pulling all that apart. There's another motor there, and that's what's left of my old thermostat. Probably not much in there, but a little bit. And copper pipe, and lots of wiring, and there's a couple transformers there as well. So basically, this is what's inside of a furnace. I'll probably only get, 20-30 bucks out of all of this. It doesn't even touch what a furnace costs. I guess I can let you in. The furnace itself cost about 600 bucks, which isn't bad for a new furnace, but the labor, I won't tell you what it costs because it's very expensive. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care.